Welcome to the 2016-2017 Student Forum Presidential Election. I'd like to take a moment to introduce our distinguished candidates. First of all, we have Jack Anderson. Next up, we have Julia Gibson. After that, we have Carmen Gaucher. After that, we have Matias Herrera. Next, we have Chika Ito. Then we have Neil Iyer. We have Daniel Lee. And finally, we have Neha Prabhakaran. And I would also like to have a special thank you to our moderator, Aiden Riley. Best of luck to all the candidates. Let the questions begin.
The following question is for Jack, Julia, Carmen, and Matias. What leadership attributes do you have?
Well, as the sitting National Junior Honor Society president, I have shown in the past that I exemplify an advocacy to represent the student body, and I think I represent the student body very well, and I've heard that from my peers. I also have extremely good ideas that can certainly improve students' everyday life here at Mabry. First of all, I want students to be able to bring backpacks to each of their classes with no hinder. Also, I think a free seating lunch would be definitely something that we could work on implementing. A lot of kids, don't have any friends to talk to, and it's just kind of, boring. So I think it'd be nice if, everyone could sit where they wish and not be assigned to their particular class. Also, I think bike racks by the buses would be important. We have them out front. And I think it would be extremely efficient if we put them out by the buses. And finally, I think we should integrate into maybe a biweekly or monthly routine a reward for students who abide by the rules on a consistent basis, and not the kind of reward like we did in 6th grade where we just kind of huddle awkwardly by the parking lot. A real reward where we get to go out and have fun and do stuff that similar stuff that we would do in PE. And I think when you look at the previous ideas that I've just put forth, I think it becomes clear that I have the best leadership attributes that can help our school and make Mabry a better place.
I think that my leadership attributes really come from my time in Student Forum. I've been in Student Forum the past 2 years, and I've really had a great time really helping other people and helping out our school through the different activities through Student Forum. And I definitely think that I can bring a lot to the table with the attributes that I have received throughout my years in Student Forum. And I really think with those attributes, I can make this school a better place and really get in touch with the student body and see what they think needs improvement in the school and what they might want to see different.
I feel as if some of my leadership attributes are drive. I really want this position, so I will drive to do anything. I feel as if I can do it if I work really hard, and learning is part of the process. I feel as if we are only in 8th grade, so I feel as if learning is part of the process. It's part of the process to get there, so that is considered one of my attributes. This is my 3rd year in Student Forum, so hopefully the 3rd year is the best year. I've participated in Mabry youth leadership groups since the 4th grade, and this is my 3rd year in youth leadership at Mabry. So I feel as if my attributes are leadership, drive, and perseverance to do the best. Excellence is the best policy. Thank you.
I believe that some of the attributes that I can bring to the presidential spot in student forum is my leadership skills and some of my ideas. Like Jack mentioned earlier, I think that we should be able to carry backpacks around, and we could trim down the time that it takes to transition from class to class to maybe 3 or 2 minutes. So that we can have more time to learn or do our warm-ups in class. Another one of my ideas was that we could incorporate BYOD into more and more activities in the classroom, because we have those phone pockets. I know a lot of you students don't like them, and I believe that if we can use phones in a more efficient way in the classroom instead of just putting them away, there's a lot of online websites that can incorporate students using their phones to answer questions. And if the students were to use it responsibly, we could really make it a good way to participate in the classroom. And those are just some of my ideas. Thank you.
The next question is for Chico. Dang it, I didn't pronounce that. Next question is for Chico, Neil, Daniel, and Neha. If you could sum up yourself in 1 or 2 words, what would they be?
If I could sum myself up in 2 words, it'd be I'm really knowledgeable and I'm also more of a perfectionist.
If I could sum up myself in 2 words, it would be experienced and leader. I think we all know that I am a positive leader, always doing good things for the school and community and influencing people. And experience, my experience goes back to 4th grade when we had a student-run fundraiser for an organization. And then in 5th grade, I was one of the 4 people chosen to be a youth leader. And 6th grade, I joined youth leadership, student forum, and SWAT team. 7th grade, I became an officer of youth leadership, also joined student forum, SWAT team, and National Junior Honor Society. This year is my 2nd year as an officer, and I plan on being officer of student forum, and that is my experience. So my 2 words are leader and experience.
My first word that describes me is motivated. I'm really motivated about Mabry and student forum, and I always will try to do my best to perfectionize this school and this club. And my second word is responsible. I'm very responsible. I always get my work done on time, and I always will make time, as much time as I can, for this club and this school.
To sum myself up in 2 words, I would have to use, one of them would be perseverance. I am a very strong person and I have a drive, and I will use it to get what needs to be done, period. My second word would be confidence. I am a confident person, and when and if I get the position of being the president, if someone is disagreeing with me and I need to get the job done, I am not afraid to disagree with them and to say, well, just try looking at it this way. Because being confident isn't about just being a brute wall, just charging through hordes and hordes of people. No, confidence is the ability to chin up through every single obstacle and be willing to keep going forward no matter what life throws at you. And so I think that's a very crucial part of me.
Next question is for Jack, Julia, Carmen, and Matthias. What leadership experience do you have that would make you the best leader?
Well, throughout my life, I've been a positive role model for in my community, in my family. You know, my sister, she looks up to me and she's always asking me for advice, and I think that is really something that stays with me, and I do things to represent people, and I want to represent people to the best of my ability. Also, as I mentioned before in this debate, I am the sitting president of the National Junior Honor Society, and I also attended the Junior National Young Leaders Conference in Washington, D.C. over the summer, where we were spoken to by NCAA wrestler Anthony Robles, who he was born with one leg, but he ended up winning the national championship through perseverance and hard work. So it was very, very inspiring to hear him give his insight on what it means to be a leader and what it means to be successful. And I think that stays with me, and I have a drive to represent our student body well, and I have a drive to get things done.
Ever since 4th grade, I have been a leader and a positive role model to not only the students in 3rd and 2nd and 1st grade, but I've really shown leadership qualities throughout my whole life. And I really think that I can bring that to Student Forum as a part of being president. I think that leadership is very important, and it's something that people should not take poorly. People should really use leadership and benefit on leadership, and
Not only at Mabry have I been considered a leader, but in my elementary school, 4th and 5th grade, I was in the youth leadership there. This couple of past years, I've been working with the YMCA to hand out food to the people who can't necessarily afford it. And I really liked the experience because you get to know about their story. You get to understand why some of them might not be able to afford it, and really take that and think for your life that you're blessed. You really have a lot of things, and so I'm considered a leader because I get to help those people who don't have as much as us. Thank you.
Ever since elementary school, I have been a member of the youth empowerment team, and throughout middle school, but I also have completed numerous hours of community service to help throughout my county, Forsyth County, and I may not have as much experience with leadership as some of the other candidates, but I believe that my experience with other students and being able to communicate with them and hearing their problems and fixing and helping them would be a great edge to this campaign, and I hope that I could help all the students complete what they want and talk to me, and I could help them. Thank you.
The final question of the day will be asked of Chika, Neil, Daniel, and Neha. How would you make Mabry great again?
I will make Mabry great again by improving Mabry to be better than it ever was, and I'll listen to the student population and the student body. I think we should lighten the dress code, and some people feel like the dress code is too strict, and we could lighten that. And then I feel like instead of leading the school, it's more of working with the school, listening to what the people want instead of just making all the decisions by yourself.
I will make Mabry great again by several ways. One, with all the ideas I have and the ideas others have come to me with, like carrying around backpacks, more ELT time, phone charging stations in the media center, free seating lunch. All these are great, and more could come with the student body. And another idea I have is having idea and voting stations in the skylight for the student body so they can get involved more, and student forum and the groups can communicate to them that way. And through my experience, I can make Mabry a better place, and I've had meetings with our principal before, and I can do more again to represent the student body, and I am here to make Mabry great again.
How to make Mabry great again? I will first present new ideas and help innovate the school, starting with helping getting kids to be able to carry around their backpack from class to class. I don't see that as just an 8th grade issue, but I also see that as a whole school-wide issue. And I think that could be fixed if students were allowed to take their bags to class, because that will ease up locker situations because it's always crowded. I also believe I could help have free seating lunch if we around the whole school for everyone to have. And then I would also work to get reward for students who have like less than 2 steps on the behavior management program. And lastly, I would also create clubs for students who feel left out or lonely around the school, for anti-bullying and just people who feel left out.
The way I see it, there's absolutely no way whatsoever for me to make Mabry great again. Because in my opinion, and I'm sure that a majority of the student body agrees with me, Mabry is already great. However, that does not mean that Mabry doesn't need any improvement and that we are 100% perfect. Because I can say that everyone and everything always has just a little bit of room for improvement. And I think that some of it is listening to the students' concerns. Students have many concerns, and they've already been voiced in this podium, as I understand, with more ELT time. And also, one of them was to have more time for locker breaks. Locker breaks are our only chance to get the materials necessary for our classes, because I certainly don't want to be going around lugging both my social studies and my science textbook the whole day with me. I only want to carry it around when I need it. And with a locker break that's very short, I can't do that, because if I want to also use a bathroom, then I can't do both. Because usually when I ask the teacher always says, there was just a locker break, that's your chance. Now, I'm not forgetting you teachers. We should also listen to you. I asked a teacher what she thought could be fixed about Mabry, and she said out in the areas with the brick halls to have those cork board set up where you could actually staple things on there, because you can't tape up to a brick. Eventually it will stay there for a while, but eventually it will fall down, and that is extremely, extremely wasteful. And there's just all that blank space just staying there with nothing being used in it whatsoever, and I think that that could be helped. And also, in addition, I would like for the connection teachers and the academic teachers to be more involved together. And I understand that both have very busy schedules, but to be honest, of all these students in chorus, band, and orchestra, haven't we all had those days in which we have a concert, and then we also have a project in almost every single class to do, and you end up having to pull an all-nighter and extremely stressed out and come to school looking like a zombie? Almost all of us have had those days, and I would push to help that. Thank you.
Following question is for Jack, Julia, Carmen, and Matthias. Why are you running? Is there a specific reason?
The duty of a president is to represent in this case, the student body. And I myself, I want to represent them to the best of my ability. And I have successfully done that in the past, and I believe that I'm the most equipped with various leadership attributes and abilities that I can lead. I can help improve the Mabry experience for each and every student, and I have plenty of ideas that can definitely improve the daily routine that we go through here at Mabry.
Okay.
Wow, being president, that is such a big role in a school and even in a country. So I really think that I can bring a lot to the school, and I think that I definitely want to incorporate the student body into more of the student forum activities and try to really give them a sense of their own leadership throughout their school and give them a sense of power.
I feel as if the reason why I'm running is to simply help and hopefully improve people's experience of this group. It's not just a little club at school. I feel as if it's a very interesting way to actually look at the world. You can help others, and the reason why I want to be president is to hopefully become like my brothers. My brothers were one of my brothers was president of this when he was in 8th grade, and I feel like he's one of my role models, and hopefully I can look up to him and become like him.
Well, for me, there's actually multiple reasons. One of them is that I like to build upon my own leadership skills, and so I can have a better understanding of what it's like to lead a group. Another reason is because I believe that that this is a great school and that we can really improve on some stuff, and that I can help make Mabry a better, more enjoyable place, and that we can make it better. Sorry for repeating myself.
The next question is for Chika, Neil, Daniel, and Neha. What are your top priorities going to be as president?
The top priorities for being president is to make sure that the student body remains happy and everything in Mabry runs really smoothly, and that people feel like they're really it's a good, and that the students feel like everything's fair and there's nothing really bad.
My top priorities are cooperating with different groups, involving the student body more, and implementing my ideas and other people's ideas at the same time. Some of mine include vendors in the cafeteria, carrying backpacks, more ELT, and involving BYOD more at school. I want to make the school a more happy and enjoyable place. I want students to walk in here and be like, I like this place.
Everyone has heard of No Child Left Behind, but I have implemented another way of No Child Left Out, and it's like for new students or anyone who feels lonely or depressed or sad, where people can meet friends in a certain through certain sets throughout the school year. It could be they can meet on Fridays, or we could also do once a month where you meet someone new at lunch, and also for Fun Fridays, you could also do a thing where, for Fun Fridays, is another idea I have where you can pay $1 and you could do like a fun activity, maybe like wear a hat or have free seating at lunch or use a device at lunch, and students could there would be a small sticker to show that privilege, and students could submit ideas on what they would like for Fun Fridays.
I had been going around and asking some students what are some of your main concerns about Mabry that you think needs improvement. And some of them they're like the textbooks. There are so many textbooks that are in such horrible condition, and where the seams are literally ripping apart, and you have to glue it back together. And Mabry has the funding to do so many beautiful things, and I appreciate all those beautiful things. But I just wish that I could push for more funding to be put into textbooks. And if I was appointed president, then I would be able to do that. I also understand that a lot of the girls have been feeling that dress code could be a little bit more lenient. I would also help push for that. And also some like other concerns, I would help address them. And yeah.
The next question is to all our candidates. Best of luck. Makes you a better candidate than the others.
What makes me a better candidate than the others? Well, of course, I'm competing against very distinguished candidates. They have a lot of good personal skills and great leadership abilities. Now, of course, I attended the Junior National Young Leaders Conference in Washington, D.C. over the summer. It gave me It gave me an insight to very important leadership skills that I will use in the real world and in my community. Also, I am the sitting president of the National Junior Honor Society, and I exemplify an advocacy to improve the Mabry experience, and I want each and every student who walks through Mabry's doors to have the best possible experience that they can possibly have at this school.
What makes me different than all the other candidates is that I really have a drive for my campaign, and I really hope that I can make this school a better place, and that I really enjoy leading others, and I really enjoy listening to other people and explaining things. And
I feel as if I'm the best leader for this position because I feel as if I lead very well, and I feel as if I can talk and lead the group nicely.
I believe that I would be a good leader because even though I'm new to Mabry, I've experienced a lot of things, and I have, there's things at my old school that I previously attended that we could use in this new school and improve upon, and well, yeah.
Next question is for Chica, Neil, Daniel, and Neha. Why do you think you should be the 8th grade student president?
I think I should be the 8th grade student president because I'm great at leading large groups, and then I feel like I can make the student population feel more better and happier at Mabry.
I should be president because I have the most experience being an officer, and I know what to do and what not to do. I have many good ideas, and I can properly represent the student body. I can listen and lead at the same time, and my experience goes way back, and I believe I can be a positive role model to people and make the Mabry experience a really nice one.
This is my 3rd year on Student Forum, and I've always tried to be involved and make improvements to the school. I also try to be a good leader, and by that mean I try to be a good example to all the students at Mabry. And I also realize it takes a lot to carry out ideas and plans, and I think we could create committees on Student Forum to carry out these ideas and plans so we would help the school and students.
I believe that what qualifies me is my determination, and I know that I have the ability and I have the drive to be able to lead a large body of people. And I feel as though I don't just strive for excellence, I feel as though I strive for perfection. And I know that that's going to help me with that.
Following question is for Jack.